Don't do that.
Too gay. You don't want to see this. Okay, I'm recording. You walk. Wave.
Cookies for dessert.
Cookie.
They don't have any vegan desserts at that restaurant, so we're gonna have some vegan cookies. How's the chocolate chip cookies?
That's pretty good, guys. Wish all you bros were here to try the chocolate chip cookies. They're fresh. Alright guys, we just got back from Las Palapas. Overall, the experience was kind of like 50-50 for me. I kept hearing from people like, this is a Mexican restaurant. It's really good, very authentic. Mexican, authentic, good. And then I went there and I was eating the food and it was kind of like a lot of stuff had like kind of fruity, like sour toppings and stuff.
Yeah, sour and spicy.
Yeah. And I was like, this really doesn't remind me of like Mexican food. But then again, like a lot of people in Canada, their impression of Mexican food, I feel like it's really based on like food close to the ocean and stuff. Whereas a lot of Mexico is not close to the ocean. So people have like beef tacos and people are always like, oh yeah, Mexican fish tacos, it's really authentic, right? And I'm like, well, usually people have like beef or pork in their tacos, I feel like. Anyway, right when we were close to the end, I was like really feeling, I was like, yeah, this is a little bit like disappointing. This is not very Mexican in a lot of ways. And then I was looking online, it's like, do they actually call themselves a Mexican restaurant? It said, no, it's a pan-Latin, Caribbean-inspired restaurant. It's
but
like,
they have so many
that makes
skeletons.
that makes so much sense. They're kind of like, but they have like toucans and flamingos on the wall and stuff. I don't think either of those animals are in Mexico. So it's kind of like pan-Latin, like mixing everything in, you know. So I can't blame them too much. For what it's worth, the food that I had, we had the, what was it? Garbanzo. I had garbanzo adobo enchilada or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was decent. And yours were also not quite as good as mine, but also decent. So food was decent.
A little bit too spicy.
A little bit too spicy, yeah. It was okay, but it was not the Mexican delicious food that I was promised. And so I'm a little bit disappointed, but that's not their fault, I feel like. Aside from that, I think we had a pretty fun Valentine's Day. You got your M50, which is very nice.
Yes.
I had a good day.
The one that we're currently using to for
the one that we're currently using. Let us know if you like the film quality or if it's still subpar and we need to spend even more money on a camera. Either way, let us know. I'll sell my kidney if it's for you guys.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of Mexico and via Mexican food, another big thing that I want to announce is that I got my dual citizenship to Mexico And so that enables us to very easily reside and buy property in Mexico. So, you know, a lot of people are asking, what's going to happen with our tiny house? Like, are you guys planning on moving to Mexico? And the real answer is that we're going to keep working on the tiny house. That way we have sort of a base in Canada. We might end up spending, you know, half the year in Canada, half the year in Mexico at some point in the future. It's really comforting to have that base here. And so we're still going to work on it, but we're going to work on it at a, you know, steady pace, not quite as rushed as we were maybe initially thinking.
Yeah.
Just because we don't want to overstress ourselves this year. We have a lot of things going on, and we will be making a trip to Mexico this year so that we can see it on the ground and see whether it might actually work for us. I think both of us were very impressed when we saw videos of people who are actually living in Mexico, that the quality of life relative to the cost is really very attractive, right?
So we are transitioning, earning our income from online. That way it gives us the freedom to travel and live in another country.
That's really important for us because it means we can make, in Mexico you wouldn't make a lot of money at a job obviously. So if we can make our money in first world countries but then spend it into a second world country like Mexico, which I must say Mexico is a very modern country. I've been there. It's actually really nice. But the costs though are so much more attractive for living there. With everything except gasoline.
Yeah,
you don't really need a car though.
The Mexico trip is likely to happen at the end of year where the winter here is like brutally cold that we want to go down to Mexico.
Second order of business, we have a tiny home expo that we want to go to in June in Abbotsford. We might see some people out there, I think.
If you guys are interested, you guys probably are if you're watching our tiny house channel. So we encourage you guys to go check it out. If you sign it up now, by February 28th, you get free tickets, which is what we did. We got a free ticket for both of us to join that small home expo.
Yeah. So we'll be down there in June, it is, right?
June 4th and June 5th.
June 4th and 5th.
Yeah.
And also, we have our wedding coming up in August. That's going to be a big deal. We might not fully film it, but maybe we'll post some stuff online. So we have some big plans this year. We'll continue to put out the content. Thanks so much for watching, guys. And we'll see you in the next video.
See you.